Right, this new announcement number 2 of 2025 is definitely shaking things up for foreign investors reinvesting profits in China. New, yeah, it's not just a tweak, it feels like a fundamental shift in how they're thinking about incentivizing foreign capital. Let's dive into what changed. Exactly. The big one is the mechanism change. Old policy was basically tax deferral, you put it off, but eventually had to pay it back. Think of it as an interest-free loan from the government. New totally. Like using a credit card for everything without paying the bill but hoping you don't get charged interest. But now, it's a direct discount. You actually get to reduce your current tax bill. That's a game changer for cash flow. Nan precisely. And the unused portion carries forward. So if you don't use the full 10% credit this year, you can bank it for next year. It's less about timing and more about actual reduction. Much cleaner, I'd say. New cleaner, yes, but also potentially more complex to manage. Let's see what else they've tightened up.
Okay, so while the benefit looks better on paper, the entry requirements are getting way stricter. This isn't just handing out goodies anymore, it's targeted support. Nan, absolutely. They're clearly trying to steer investment towards specific sectors they want to boost. Higher thresholds, more conditions. It's a sign of where the government wants foreign capital to flow. New. Makes sense. Less pepper spraying and more precision targeting. Let's break down these higher thresholds. First up, encouraged industries only. Nan. Yep, that's a big filter right there.
Right, the first hurdle. Your investment target has to be on the official encouraged industries list. New energy, high-end manufacturing, biomedicine, the usual suspects. No. So if you're thinking about putting those reinvested profits into, say, a fancy new logistics hub or maybe even real estate, forget about getting that sweet tax reduction. You might still qualify for the old-style deferral, but not the new discount. Nan, exactly. The scope is much narrower than the old policy which covered pretty much anything open to foreign investment. This is a clear signal: invest where we tell you to invest. New smart move by the government, focusing resources. But tough for companies with diversified portfolios. They have to pick their battles carefully now.
And it gets even pickier. Forbidden zones, no buying shares in listed companies unless it's a strategic investment, and definitely no related party deals. No more backdoor routes. Nan, yeah, that closes some loopholes that existed under the vaguer old rules, plus the 5-year lockup. That's a serious commitment. You can't just dip in and out. New, 5 years. That's a long time. If you pull out early, especially before the 5-year mark, you not only have to pay back the tax you saved, but they'll claw back future benefits proportionally. Ouch. Nan, it's designed to encourage genuine long-term investment, not short-term speculation. The penalties for breaking the rules are pretty harsh. No more hitting and running mentality.
Then there's the direct capital flow rule. Money goes straight from the source to the destination. No detours through other accounts or entities. Same for non-cash assets, ownership transfers directly. New basically, prove you're actually investing the money, not just letting it sit around somewhere. Prevents any funny business. And the full process management sounds like they're really tightening the screws on oversight. Nan, it's a joint effort from finance, tax, and commerce ministries. That means clearer lines of responsibility and less finger-pointing between departments. Plus, this new form from provincial commerce departments helps track who qualifies. New, so more eyes on you, more paperwork to prove you're playing by the rules. Compliance just got a whole lot more involved.
Okay, let's flip the coin. What's the upside for investors who can navigate this maze? Real tax reduction, that's the headline. For those serious about long-term plays in encouraged sectors, this is huge. Nan, huge is right. Look at the example, the German company reinvesting in an EV parts factory. They get a 500 0 RMB credit. If they owe 300 0 RMB in taxes elsewhere that year, boom, zero tax bill for that part, and they keep the remaining 200 0 RMB credit. That's instant cash flow improvement. New, way better than the old policy where you were just delaying the inevitable payment. This is real money back in your pocket, or rather, your bottom line. It makes long-term projects in these key areas way more attractive financially. Nan definitely sweetens the deal for genuine strategic investors. It lowers the cost of capital significantly. But yeah, the challenges are real. First, you have to be picky about where you invest. If your preferred sector isn't on the encouraged list, tough luck for this specific benefit. Forces a rethink on investment strategy. NAN, and the related party restrictions could complicate internal group restructuring plans. You can't just shuffle assets around within your own empire easily anymore. New. Then there's the 5-year commitment. That's a massive constraint. It demands real long-term confidence and planning, no more quick flips. If you're not in it for the long haul, this policy isn't for you. NAN, exactly. It weeds out the speculators. It says, we want partners, not tourists. And failing to meet that commitment comes with significant financial consequences.
And let's not forget the compliance headache. Direct payments, tracking the 5-year holding period, and submitting all sorts of detailed info through the Ministry of Commerce platform. New, oh yeah, the fun part. More clicks, more forms, more proof. It significantly ramps up the cost and difficulty of just making sure you follow the rules. NAN, one wrong move, maybe a slightly messy fund transfer, or even just forgetting to report something correctly, and you could lose the benefit or even face penalties. It requires meticulous record keeping and operational discipline. New. So, while the potential reward is bigger, the risk of messing up and losing out is also higher. It's not just about having the money, it's about managing the process flawlessly.
So, wrapping it up, this new policy is definitely a double-edged sword. Big potential rewards for the right players, but way more rules and risks. NAN, precisely. It's less about just attracting any foreign capital and more about encouraging high-quality, long-term investment in strategic areas. New China's sending a clear message. We want partners committed to our long-term development. Understand the rules, play by them, and you can grab a nice chunk of change. Miss the mark and you're out of luck. NAN well said. It's a tougher game, but potentially more rewarding for those who align with the national strategy.